Oh my god. You should shut Subway. This is so good.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Feast with Pete, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So I was basically doing shrimp and oyster po' boys. I'm deveining the shrimp right there. It's basically getting rid of that middle part, that little waste that the shrimp has. Sometimes it's on the inside as well as the outside. You just want to run your knife through, and then you want to cut that part out. And then once you do that, once you clean the shrimp, gonna hit it with a little bit of Creole seasoning, about half a teaspoon, and then a quarter teaspoon of Cayenne Pepper, and then you're gonna mix that up. You want to kind of pre-season it before you put it in the batter. So you want to do the same thing with the oysters. I use Goose Oysters, Goose Point oysters from Costco. If you have fresh oysters, you can just shuck them and use those as well. Same deal right here. You're gonna use some Cayenne Pepper, some Creole seasoning or Cajun seasoning, and then you're gonna mix that up, and then you're gonna add a little bit of hot sauce. So if you have Crystal Louisiana Hot Sauce, go ahead and add that. I add some buffalo wing sauce, which is the closest tasting sauce to Crystal. And then to fry this, I'm using peanut oil. Now you can use vegetable oil, but peanut oil is a lot tastier for fried food. Now right there is some Louisiana shrimp fry. You can use the fish fry also here, and then a little bit of extra cornmeal for the extra crunch. And then you want to hit it with a little bit of Cayenne Pepper and a little bit of Creole seasoning or Cajun seasoning. If you have Tony Chachere's, use that too. Since I did two different versions of it, this one had a egg wash in it. The next one didn't have an egg wash. So this one basically milk and eggs. Just whip that up really nicely, and then basically dunk your seafood in there, and then put it in the dry batter. The dry mix. And then you basically gonna mix that up, and then you're gonna fry it. Okay, now if you got one of those type of Tupperwares, you can just shake it. Now you don't have to mess up your hands or anything like that, and you'll be good to go. And now you want to get this oil nice and hot at 350 degrees. It's gonna be like in medium high heat, not high heat, but medium heat, or medium high, for like 6 to 7 minutes. Once it gets to 350, it's ready to fry. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna add all your seafood. If you got shrimp, if you got oyster, if you got fish, whatever you got, you can fry it right here. Okay, and this took like 1 to 2 minutes. Once it gets to that golden brown, it's basically done. Okay, it's basically done. Now I'm gonna show you the next batter. The next batter, the same thing, Cayenne Pepper and some of the seasoning, and then you're gonna just put in the oysters without dunking it in the milk. Okay, dunk it in the milk and eggs. You just mix that up real quick with a fork. Also, you don't have to worry about messing up your hands, and then fry them as well. And then, it's going to take you like I said, 2 minutes. So it's not a big difference between this one and the egg wash one. So, if you don't want to do the egg wash, you can just do this, and it'll be perfectly fine. And here it is, guys. The fried shrimp and oyster po' boy, that's going to be ready to be assembled on that bread. So I live in California, guys, so I don't have that New Orleans French bread here. So I got the softest French bread, basically the softest baguette that I could find, and I hit it with a little bit of mayonnaise. All it needs is some mayonnaise, that fried oyster and shrimp, and then you're gonna dress it with some lettuce, some tomatoes, some hamburger pickles, and that's it. There's no need for remoulade sauce or any of that other garbage. Okay, this is how they do it in New Orleans, and this is perfectly fine. I think people outside of New Orleans, when they try to cook New Orleans cuisine, they just add too much shit that doesn't need to be on there. So that's for some folks to take some notes and make it simple. That's all it is. Okay, hitting it with some lettuce, and then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of sliced tomatoes. Yes, it seems like it's hard to close it, but you will close it. Okay, and then hit it with some hamburger pickles, any type of pickles you got. Okay, and then if you like it a little spicier, you can hit it with a little bit of Crystal or some buffalo wing sauce, and it'll be perfect. And there it is, the shrimp and oyster po' boy. I hope y'all like it. Make it and let me know. My friends gonna let you know how they like it. Eat the bread with the pickles and everything. I know, and it's a massive sandwich to tackle. Look at the size of that sandwich. Look at this man taking a bite.
So good. So freaking good. Now, I'm gonna start coming to your place more, you know? So good.
Why is it too late now?
This is so good. This is like back home. And it's Mardi Gras time. It's perfect. It's
Yep.
so good.
Oh boys. If you like that video, click the like button for the YouTube algorithm and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And don't forget to feast with Pete.